Today we are going to talk about the surface modification of artificial knee joints. My name is Engg955. And joints are the center of human activity, and they can move hundreds of thousands of times a day. Artificial joints are designed to replace the natural joints of the human body and achieve the same function. Artificial joints replacement, especially hip and knee replacement, has become the main treatment of the joint function loss, which can effectively rebuild joint function and improve the quality of patients. And due to the frequency movement of human joints, the joint surface and joint axis of the artificial joints will be damaged after years of wear and tears, leads to the artificial joint disease. Therefore, artificial joint materials should have good physical properties such as wear resistance, high strength, corrosion resistance, and biocompatibility. The purpose of surface modification of artificial joint-based material is to improve the effective of artificial joint surface on human internal environments. And for the basic material of artificial knee joints, the common basic material is about there have three parts: the metal materials, polyethylene materials, and the ceramic materials. The stainless steel was the first metal materials used in artificial joints, but because it don't have some good wear resistance in the actually used, so now the stainless steel is gradually replaced by titanium alloy in the now market. And for the polyethylene, it's commonly used in the cartilage in the middle of the artificial knee joints. And for the ceramic materials, they are mostly as the coat on the some other like the metal materials as the surface coating. And now let's move on to the related research. For the Ti6Al4V alloy, and also, as we mentioned before, the titanium alloy are widely used in artificial joints. Among them, Li X et al. Studied this alloy and found that this alloy has a high strength, high elastic modulus, and high bear capacity. Therefore, it is a kind of material with good prospect of biomedical application. And for the surface mineralization, it's another surface treatment used in this design. And after the substrate of artificial knee joints is determined, how to modify the surface has been the next design for the for the whole project, the artificial knee joints surface treatment, and surface mineralization is the formation of surface layer with nanostructure on the surface of the material itself. There have two experimental research by the Demango and the Song. For the Demango's experimental, they do a cohesion resist test. They put the sample inside of the 0.1 mole NaCl solution to test the corrosion resistance of the alloy. And for the experimental of Song et al., they test the wear resistance test. They do some the scratch test to make sure the titanium alloy has a better wearness. And about the titanium copper natural solid solution coating, is researched by the Zhang et al. They observed the rapid bone marrow stromal cells. It's the BMICS on the titanium copper nitrogen coating surface by staining the living cells green and the dead cells red after 24 hours of culture. and these are the dying cells, and these are living cells. And you can clearly see the shape of these cells. And to observe themselves by the SEM and the microscope. And to find the survey rate of the living cells, after that experimental, the results show that the titanium copper nitrogen slow solution coating is a kind of materials. It's a kind of medical materials with good biocompatibilities. And in my experimental design, firstly I used the Ti6L4V alloy as the basic material of artificial joints, and to make some surface treatment on the surface of this alloy. The first surface treatment is to coating with the titanium copper nitrogen solid solution layer, and after that the surface was treated by a nanocrystallization. This effects of two factors on experimental result, and explode by control the processing time of surface nanocrystallization and whether coating was carried out. This experimental was divided into 6 groups, and each group has 3 samples, and those samples with the same surface treatment, the same time, the same coating. The different control factors are whether coating with the titanium copper nitrogen solid solution coating, and the processing time. I designed the 5 minutes, 15 minutes, and 25 minutes of the surface nanocrystallization, and use those factors to compare with the different experimental, to compare each other to make sure which one have a better performance. And in order to get more accurately analyze, I used each group have 3 examples to calculate the average of them to get the more accuracy performance results. And after that design, I found that the wear resistance, corrosion resistance, and biocompatibility, strength, and other property of 18 samples were tested by 3 experiments in the related research we mentioned before. Through the statistical analysis of the measured data, the experimental results are obtained. In this experimental, the performance required by the researching objective in text, and it also has some advantage and disadvantage. The advantage of this design is this experimental design control the variable method and the comparable experimental method, and adopt of design so that the influence and results for each factor can be clearly obtained. However, it also has some shortcoming here. Since the final product of this study is artificial knee joints, some clinical trials are need to determine the impact of this product on inside interior of the human environment, and there also need some design. There also need some experiment to make sure the service life of this artificial knee joints. And this one is the reference. And yeah, my presentation is finished. Thank you for listening.